A mother called in a fake bomb threat to the airport so her married son wouldn't get on a plane with his girlfriend. An American couple for the very first time won the wife-carrying world championship in Finland. And the Bangkok police discover a naked American man in the sewer biting the rescue team. These are the weird stories for Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast. I have 3 weird news ones from around the world. Let's do it. A mother in Bangladesh called the airport and reported a bomb threat in order to stop her married son from flying to Kathmandu with his girlfriend. Wow, how about that? She called in a bomb threat so her son wouldn't take off with a girlfriend. Married son, by the way. So mother's very much anti-side chick. I mean, that much we can say. But let's learn a little bit more about this very fascinating story about a really caring mother that will do just about anything to keep this marriage from falling apart, even if it means calling in bomb threats. In this article, we have a report from the Director General of the airport, Shahidur Rahman, who claimed that air traffic control was informed via a phone call that there was a bomb on a flight from Dhaka to Kathmandu. As a result, the flight was suspended, and after 3 to 4 hours of searching, nothing was found, no bomb. He goes on to say that his team then conducted overnight operations and investigations, which, with the assistance of the Army and other intelligence agencies, led to the arrest of 3 individuals. And now we get down into the nitty-gritty about this domestic case here. The investigation revealed the husband's name is Iman. He was traveling to Nepal on this particular flight with his extramarital partner, so basically his side chick, who is not being named. Iman's mother and wife tried to stop this journey, but they were unsuccessful. Well, yeah, unsuccessful, that's a bit of an understatement. I mean, this is the opposite of that. This is a disaster that they've now brought upon themselves. No doubt they're going to have to do some time in a jail. A third person was also arrested. This is a friend of the family named Imran. Imran was the individual they claim who suggested calling in a bomb threat in order to stop the flight. So, wow, talk about some bad advice, Imran. You're worse than TikTok. Wait, who says this? Imran, my son is running away with his girlfriend and I don't want him to go. What should I do? I don't know. Have you tried calling in a bomb threat? That's how you stop a plane. What do you do for an encore, sir? I don't want to know. I don't want to know what Imran comes up with for solutions to anything going forward, and you shouldn't have asked him in the first place. This is a person we all are familiar with, right? We all have a friend like this or a family member like this. They have the worst advice ever. And after listening to them one time, you never go back to the well with them. You're like, no, I know what Uncle Roger's going to say, so I'm not asking him for girlfriend advice. Likewise, you can't ask Imran for advice about anything, especially something important like, hey, Imran, I got athlete's foot. What should I do? Oh, yeah, well, you should chop off your feet, because if you don't have feet, well, you don't have athlete's foot. It's all elementary, my dear Watson. Okay, I'm going to jump back into the play-by-play. Imran suggested calling in a bomb threat to stop the flight. So for whatever reason, Iman's mother phoned traffic control and reported the false bomb threat. Now, the airport director, Shahidor, has a quote here. Such attempts should never be made in the future. If bomb threats are made, strict punishments will be imposed. Now, it doesn't indicate what sort of punishments are going to be doled out, but the Civil Aviation Authority of Bangladesh warned of stern legal action against anyone disrupting air operations following this hoax bomb threat. Here's a quote from them. We have taken serious measures to prevent any recurrence of these incidents. Legal action has already been taken regarding yesterday's incident, and we are determined to enforce the law in the future if such incidents do occur going forward. Now, that wasn't exactly a Bangladeshi accent, but I'm not going to do that because, I don't want to be canceled out of my closet, But I do a very good Bangladeshi accent. I'm just going to let you know. Just use your imagination. An American couple made history at the Wife-Carrying World Championships in Finland. Last Saturday, the 2025 Wife-Carrying World Championships took place in Sakajärvi, Sakajawea, Finland, for the 28th time. This is the 28th annual Wife-Carrying World Championship. It's the ultimate test of speed, strength, and love, and it will test your domestic bonds as well. Will you carry your wife to the finish line, or will you get on a plane to Kathmandu with your side chick? It all happens at the wife-carrying world championships in Finland. Well, we had some history in the making last weekend, is what I'm trying to get at here. For the first time since 1992, when the sport was incepted, the wife-carrying world championships were won by a non-European couple. We have Caleb Rosler and Justine Rosler, and they're from Wisconsin, and they won the 253.5-meter obstacle course in a record time of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 17 seconds. Fabulous, breaking a world wife-carrying championship record. Now, you're probably wondering, what did this couple win in addition to just the pride of representing America at a time when no one really likes us and winning the wife-carrying championship? Well, the prize is Justine's weight in beer. So the wife's weight in beer, basically. And being that these people are from Wisconsin, that beer won't last 2 days. It's my prediction. It's no surprise. Wisconsinites will do anything for free beer. So now, what makes this feat even more impressive is this year's event saw one of its largest turnouts ever, with 200 competitors from 18 countries. In addition, over 2,000 spectators lined up to watch this event. I would totally love to go and watch this event and get bombed on the sidelines. I'll have to crash at Lisa's place. You guys know Lisa. She's a big fan of the show. Lisa from Finland. All right, back to the article, which lists the second-place finishers. The couple's names are, ooh, boy, that's a tongue twister, Vytautas Kirkliaskas and Neringa Kirklaiskujans of Lithuania. They took second place with a time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 60 seconds. Finland's own 2023 champions, Taisto Miettinen and Katja Kovanen-Suomi, clocked, I don't know, why did I sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger right there? Tatsumi Tianan, Katja Kovanen-Suomi. They finished in third. 1 hour, 5 minutes. You're close. Give them to me. Now, it doesn't indicate in this article what the second and third place prizes are. I assume they get, I don't know, half of their wife's weight in beer? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'd be fine with that. I'd actually be okay with a quarter of my wife's weight in beer and a quarter of my wife's weight in fried calamari. Or just some chips and guac. That would be delicious. That goes good with beer. They interviewed the winner, Caleb, who's the husband from Wisconsin. He says, quote, "There aren't many wives in the world who would agree to do this, and my wife did an amazing job. We went underwater, and she didn't even panic, so we're very, very happy. I've never done anything like that, jumped into a water puddle with my wife strapped to me. Pretty fun." Yeah, I watched the video. They actually jump into it looks like a pool. It's waist deep at least. So if you're holding your wife upside down, she's going to go underwater for a few seconds. They also have to jump over logs. It seems very grueling. Now, this couple from Wisconsin does have experience in this. They actually won the 2024 North American Wife Carrying Championship in Newry, Maine last October. Wow, they have this take place every year in Maine? I had no idea. Oh, I'd love to go see this in Maine. Maine in October? It's beautiful. Wait till you see the leaves. The leaves. Oh, they just flourish. Now, here's a notable fact about the World Wife Carrying Championship that just took place, in which the Roslers won. Before they won, every world champion in the event's history since 1992 had come from either Finland, Lithuania, Estonia, or Russia. Isn't that fascinating? And it makes sense. I mean, Wisconsin's kind of like the Russia of the United States. It's cold and everybody's drunk. Now, you're probably wondering, what are the rules of this competition? Maybe I want to get involved. Well, despite the name, there are no gender or marital status requirements to compete. The actual wife can be anybody willing to be carried. So it doesn't have to be your wife. It doesn't even have to be a married woman. Sounds strange. It should be your wife. I mean, you're opening up the doors for imposters and cheating, Now, the quote wife, although it doesn't have to be a wife or even a married individual, it's so bizarre. Anyways, the wife must be at least 17 years old and weigh 49 kg, which is about 108 pounds. If the wife doesn't weigh that, A weight belt must be worn to make up the difference so that you're carrying a, quote, wife that weighs at least 108. Helmets are required for the wife, and the carrier is permitted to wear a belt. Having fun, mandatory. Well, I don't think you need to make a rule that it must be fun. It looks like it's a lot of fun, unless your wife just farts directly in your face because of the way you're carrying her. That might send you on a trip. Now, I'd like to end this segment on some advice for any single ladies out there. If you're looking to meet a man, you don't need to be a wife. You don't need to be married. You can volunteer your body to a strong man to assist him in winning the wife-carrying championship. And I just think it'd be a fabulous way to meet somebody. It's not a great way to get to know somebody. You have to wait for the race to end before you get to know them. You don't want to be having a conversation during the race. So what do you do for fun? I carry women around. A naked American man was found in a Bangkok sewer. He refused help and bit the rescuers. Wow, the new Hangover movie sounds lit. We have police officers from Bang Khon Thian Police Station responding to an incident outside a condominium on Kanlapafruek Road in the Chom Tong district of Bangkok. Wow, I nailed all those crazy words. Ooh, boy, pat myself on the back. Hold on. Pat myself on the back break. Okay, so they found this individual after the condo manager reported seeing a naked foreign man jump into a drainage system and then get stuck in the sewer. The man was later identified as Jack, just Jack, a 28-year-old American national. Is Jack a Florida man? Oh, you can take the Florida man out of Florida, but you cannot take the Florida out of the Florida man. Jack can't be from Florida because people in Florida don't know Jack. I digest. Let's get back into the story and find out why Jack went into the sewer. Was this another tourist taken down by the Bangkok 7-Eleven ecstasy? I'll tell you, I've been over there. Those Thailand Sevlevs, they sell some pretty wild over-the-counter, how shall I call them, supplements, enhancements, let's say. Kind of stuff you can get at American gas stations as well. It's like, Jack, what did you do? I did all the drugs. I also was bit by a ladyboy. That'll do it. Rescuers discovered Jack submerged in the mud with his legs trapped by a pipe connected to a nearby canal. Initially very uncooperative and even rude, Jack refused to speak with the police and the rescue personnel. Jack claimed that he could get out of the sewer on his own if he felt like it. This is just where he wanted to be in life, I guess. Have you ever had a panic attack that just guided you to a sewer system? Well, these things happen. One night in Bangkok and the world's your oyster. Is that how it goes? One night in Bangkok makes a hard man humble. I'm in a drain pipe from the ecstasy. I can crawl in sewers, don't you rescue me. Okay, it says, despite the attempts of the rescue personnel and the police to assist Jack, he remained unresponsive and resisted rescue efforts for a very long time. The team eventually had to use drilling equipment to enlarge the sewer opening, allowing them to actually pull him out. When a rescuer entered the sewer to retrieve him, Jack continued to attempt to flee, prompting the team to restrain him with a rope and then haul him out. Wow, Jack didn't want to leave his little wet, muddy cubby. This guy was identifying as a rat, I think. It says Jack continued to resist and even bit the wrist of a female rescuer and damaged her watch. He then chewed the watch strap. He spit at rescuers and attempted to escape once again. Rescuers were forced to bind his arms and legs before transporting him to Somdat Chao Phraya Hospital. One night in Bangkok and now Jack's a cannibal. Now, it says here a foreign resident at the condominium nearby tried to speak with Jack to determine how he exactly ended up in the sewer, but Jack was unable to explain. He only stated that he had previously lived at that condo with his Thai wife. Did she still live there? He was trying to go back and do a say anything where you hold up the boombox up to their window, but it went south real quick. She slammed the window, and then he just jumped into the sewer. Well, I got news for you, Jack. You're definitely not going to get your wife back if you continue to identify as a sewer rat. Well, let's hope that Jack can just bounce back from this relationship and in life. It says here the police are working with Jack's family, and they've notified the U.S. Embassy as part of their investigation into his stay in Thailand, so hopefully Jack's going to be okay. In a separate incident yesterday, another American caused chaos at an entertainment venue in Pattaya, which is also in Thailand. The man reportedly spat at bar girls, smashed a pot of incense, and kicked a menu sign after a woman rejected his advances. My goodness, what is going on over in Thailand with these American tourists? They're just treating it like Grand Theft Auto. I don't approve. I have been to Thailand, and I have great respect for those people. It's a wonderful country. There's wonderful people. It's the land of smiles. And they're very welcoming to Americans in my experience, having spent almost a month over there. So I think I can speak with some authority, credibility at least. I will say, though, you got to behave yourself when you're over there, all right? I recommend you stay away from the Sevlev Fenty that they have over there, and maybe not go underground too much. Try and have an above ground experience, okay? Hello, my friends and loyal listeners of the Weird AF News podcast. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Weird AF News, and thank you to everyone that's reached out to me and sent me articles for the podcast. Appreciate it. You can always email me to funnyjones@gmail.com, and I'm on Instagram at funnyjones. Some good news. I'm coming upon 6 million total downloads for the podcast. It's gonna happen any day now. I'm gonna hit that number. Downloads, streams. I don't know what you call them these days. What are the kids calling them? Streams? I think they call them streams. About to hit 6 million streams, which is a pretty cool milestone. I never thought I'd get this far with this little podcast that I record inside a closet, but here we are. Years later, still kicking it. I'm out of my mind, obviously. If you'd like to support the ongoing efforts that we have here, recording a weird news podcast inside a closet 5 days a week, as insane as it might be, please go to my website, weirdafnews.com, where you can buy me a coffee or join the Patreon. That's a good way to do it. Something that doesn't cost anything is word of mouth spreading of the podcast. Tell a friend, a coworker, an arresting officer. Yeah, that's helpful. Spread the news about Weird AF News. Spread the news about Weird AF News. Hey, see what I did there? Okay, anyways, there's some links in this podcast, the description, if you want to buy merch as well. There's a merch site. If you can't find it, just send me an email, funnyjones@gmail.com. I'll send you all the information that you need. Anyways, I hope you're doing all right. Have a great time. Have a great morning. Have a great night. Have a great afternoon. Keep smiling. Knowing you can always count on me for news. It's always the weird news.